Hello my beautiful G's, welcome back to another fantastic video. Mine's Kenny and welcome back. So it's the Halloween primals for Wednesday. If everyone knows, I'm filming this on Thursday, so even though right now Palki and Diogo are in raids, I'm not out there raiding them. But I'm here filming the Halloween primals from yesterday. So let's get into the video. So I'm not spending too much time. So we're going to start off at Totodile Spotlight Hour. They are getting rid of Spotlight Hour. Not sure why, but they are. They get rid of Spotlight Hour. Of course, they messed up with Totodile, as it apparently wasn't giving 2 times Catch Stardust, which it wasn't. It was literally just normal amount of Stardust. And of course we have the Portals and Power, the Halloween timed research. Of course right now it's Thursday. And of course it's the Sinnoh timed research. I will be out there raiding the... Well, I will be raiding Diogo and Palkia, the origin forms, because I know they're pretty good. And I do want to raid them. But right now, I've got to make this video for Halloween. Even though I really want to be out there. But I'm not going to be out there. Of course, we have the unknown. Of course, the unknown X and the unknown Y. They brought, of course, that's in research. We did not get them shiny, by the way. We just, and I think this is the Y. There we go. Not too bad. Let's add that to the collection. Boom. And now we can go into some Diogo raids. So, some Groudon and Kyogre, sorry. That's today. Not tomorrow. But, well it's today. The Halloween. And tomorrow, well, today is Palkia and Diogo. But of course, I am filming the one for Kyogre and Groudon. So this is the team that we're going to use, since I forgot to actually set up a team for this. Yeah. Oops. But it's letting me use my Hundo. Stuff like that anyways, so that's not too bad. Fraligator, not sure why it's choosing Fraligator for this first one, but Kyogre, brilliant. Nice to see it. We get some boosted damage, since there's only what 4 players around, so yeah. Of course I was sat in the corner waiting to see if anyone was going to raid in the afternoon. People were. Anyway, there's that. Of course, people continued raiding this up to like 9 o'clock, but I just went, I can't do that. I just don't have the Poke Coins to be able to raid these up to like 9 for all 4 or 5 days, so I had to figure out a way to stop raiding these. Also, they're not giving that much primal energy this time around, which I've noticed. It's like 80, I think. That's, yeah, it was really limited. Yeah, like 70 to 80 like primal energy when it was like 100 and something odd. I think in the previous one, so I think that's part of this update. Still no background, which kind of sucks there. I'm not going to bore you with every single raid that I did on this day. We switching back between Kyogre and Groudon and stuff like that. Of course, eventually when we had a bunch more people, I was matching it with what we can do. Matching the with the primals. So once we've got a lot more people, I can just match it with the primals that we are raiding to get the extra candy forward for, which was actually pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know why I'm using Gyarados as well. We had used Fraligator, then we got Gyarados, and we're just like, why? But to be honest, our water team, grass team, electric teams, they're not 100% fantastic at this point in time. I mean, it's not as bad. Since we do have 200 Venusaurs and a 96 IV Sceptile and stuff like that, so it's not, we're not completely done for in terms of power. And of course we've got some more Kyogres that eventually will be powered up as well to add more damage. And eventually to see if this one has the background. I'm not raiding too heavily to try and get the shiny with the background. I know it kind of sucks. Kind of. Because of course shiny with the background is what you want. But I'm not raiding too heavily for the backgrounds. And also, we didn't get any decent IV Groudons, which is nice, I suppose, because of course we already got a bunch of Groudons. There we go, we got the one with the background. There we go. And we're going to raid some Kyogres with our grass and electric team here. We got 4 Hundos in this, which is 4 Hundo grass and electric types, which ain't too bad. Eventually soon I want to like phase out the Venusaurs with some other electric types. But yeah. Also, we did not get the what was it? Kyogre with the background. You will see that at the end of the video. What happened with that? We had to trade it with the alt account, which did get Kyogres with the background. But yeah, you know, it's not too bad. Kyogre Primal, Kyogre Raid Day, but the annoying part is that they kind of fizzled out majority of the energy for it. So it's like only like 80 energy that you actually got for it. I guess the whole reason why I thought that was because, well, it's for the whole day instead of like a 3-hour window, and they don't want people like getting like a load of energy for it. So that's why they fizzled that out and put it like like 80 energy. Kyogre. Nothing good, and not shiny. We've had really bad luck with these. I'm not too fussed, since I've got pretty decent ones. But yeah. Well, since I've got pretty decent, like, kalos and stuff, I ain't overly too bothered by this. But yeah, it's kinda sucks. Going in with the next raid. Anyway, are you all enjoying this Road to Kalos event? I don't know. They've done really some weird stuff with it. Some things are working, some things aren't. Especially, they messed up with the backgrounds for Kyogre. If you've probably not noticed, the reeds were in front of the Pokemon instead of behind it in the image. So it was like showing right in front for the background for Kyogre. We did not get a Kyogre. And I think the shiny odds were a bit screw-riffed as well for some of these. I think it's like 1 in 20, but some people were not happy of getting any of the shinies, and also backgrounds as well. Even though they were supposed to be like 1 in 10. For some people it was not 1 in 10. You know, I think. But yeah, you know, if you're probably wondering what's going on, is that I'm extremely exhausted. Because usually I don't make videos like this very often. So usually when the big events happen, I'm making the videos. But this entire week, it's been making videos non-stop. Of course, this is Wednesday's footage. Of course, I'll be back out there later to do the Origin Form Dialga and Palkia. Right now it's 11 o'clock right now, and we know it's Origin Form Dialga and Palkia hour bit. But I'm here filming, so now I have to wait until 1 o'clock now for the next bit. Anyway, that was the end of the timed research. Of course, we had to do the use an incense. And we get that bit. Anyway, I'm back home. Of course, as you probably could see a bit, they kind of did a redo of the Totodile Community Spotlight Hour because they screwed up. So they've redone that, but I did a few remotes for Kyogre to see if I can get the background. Spoiler alert, we didn't. So that was unfortunate. Well, anyway, let's go. Yes, Katana is still one of the best grass type raid attackers, even though it's been outclassed quite often. But to be honest, Katana being the only grass legendary Pokemon, well, you got Virizion, but since it's the only grass legendary Pokemon, it's actually pretty good. I think Katana's an Ultra Beast, but is still pretty decent. I mean, it hits like a truck, but it kind of doesn't have the bulk, I think. So it kind of dies like all legendary, well, of these Ultra Beasts. Taking down this Kyogre. And it wasn't anything good. Wasn't shiny. Actually, we did get a shiny, but I kind of forgot where the footage is of that. So I'm just leaving out the footage. Anyway. So we are now going in and trading the Groudon with the background with the Kyogre with the background. Because we did not get Kyogre with the background, so I want to try and get it into my collection. It's not shiny. I'll probably trade for that at some point. But you know, it's not too bad RVs either. Well, an 89-ish, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, let's finish off some research tasks. Let's go. So we got. Well, we completed that. So let's complete these research tasks. For the Precious Paths research, as well as the Might and Mastery research as well, we can actually do. Yep, there we go. Take a snapshot of your buddy. Play with your buddy, and the Might and Mastery research. The 5th page is, of course, power up Pokemon 20 times. That's good for that we can finish off powering up some of our Pokemon that we've been waiting for quite some time. Of course, during the next research, the next season, we will have some more powering up Pokemon 20 odd times, which we're excited for that, and we can power up some more of our Pokemon. So first up, this Groudon. Let's power that one up. Sorry about that. My dog keeps walking around, and so many times he's knocked over the camera. Oh, well, we've got our Zamazenta. This is a Pokemon that I wanted powering up for a very long time. So now we can put some levels into it and wait for the Shield form. So we'll have Shield form Zamazenta at some point in the future. So we'll have to wait until then. But anyway, that is everything completed of all of our Pokemon powered up. Palkias or Zamazenta, but that's the one that we wanted to power up for a very long time. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.